Everything sounds so much better with headphones.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Everything sounds better. Except
Except
that.
It's a terrible fucking. The thing is, though,
don't pick that up on the thing.
no. If I need news, though, I need my internet connection. I'm sorry.
You need to be texting. Who are you fucking texting right now? Because this. I don't need this. You may need what you need, but I do not need that noise.
Pour myself a little bit of this.
Nice. Good for you.
Do you want?
No, I'm driving.
You're driving. That's not the amount people have.
That is a non-standard amount, Chris. Oh, Christopher, what color pen should I use today?
Well, I'm gonna go with standard black.
That's a bold statement, Chris.
I'm gonna go with the Jack Shepherd Standard Black Lost Series 1 Episode 1 pilot. Do you ever?
That's the thready ones.
Ever use a needle? Do you ever sew the drapes in your apartment?
Fuck, Chris, you're doing well here.
You're doing fine.
Oh, save some for me.
Yeah. For the wound. I just counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just stitched her up. Oh no! That's a terrible idea to wear headphones. We're so fucking loud.
It's so good too, because as soon as we start, it just spirals. It's like once we go over the thread.
Yeah, it's like an electric shock.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Are you starting?
Well, I was gonna. Yeah,
I'm not ready.
Yeah, even better. We'll just go.
Get my news out.
People,
Fuck's
the
sakes.
I'm gonna. No, I'll tell you when we start. You ready? Yeah. Hello, Oh, so fucking. I can't even start that loud. I just have to start. Hello.
No, but you see, we gotta keep up what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go too low.
Yeah,
we can't go low because these annoy us.
I'm riding solo. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Empty Promise podcast.
That was good.
My name is Chris, and tonight I'm joined.
I completely ruined it. I didn't even think there. It's like, that's good. That's a good way to start, Chris.
You know what? Let's just run with this.
Let's run.
My name is Chris, and tonight I'm joined on what is episode 62 of the podcast by my best friend and faithful companion to the podcast.
This guy.
James Downey. I didn't go D Downey.
No, you didn't.
Because I thought about this during the week, D. This was one of my one of my thoughts. I was like, we call him D.
You do.
He does not have D in the middle.
Yeah,
he does not have a D. There's no D in the
you're missing the point.
D is Downey?
No, it's like James, aka D Downey. It's like going Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's what it is.
I feel I should be introducing you then as D, aka D.
No. You had it, Chris. It's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
James D Downey.
You got it.
Okay, but for now I'll do that.
Yeah, do that.
James D Downey.
The air quotes.
Yeah. Okay. So James the D Downey. Is that what we got here?
You're nailing it, Chris.
Yeah, I got this.
I'm loving this.
Thank you for joining us on the 18th of October for what is, like I said, the 62nd episode of the podcast. D, before I start, I wanted to say this before we started.
No, we have started.
I am so motivated and so ready for this podcast. It's unbelievable. It's been 2 weeks.
It has.
And it feels like it shouldn't have been 2 weeks, but it was. And now we're here. And now I'm just, maybe we should make these just a bi-weekly thing.
As in twice a week?
Oh, no. No, we can't do twice a week. We can't even do once a week sometimes.
We can't. 2 times a week. You have to listen to us pollute your fucking ears.
To be fair, we could get like that because we are becoming such a household name at the minute.
That's it.
We are creeping in. Do you know how many households we are slowly creeping into with this podcast? At least 6.
I'm counting.
Yeah. 6 households every week.
Watch out, you could be next.
That each give us 6 listens a week. That's
So
where our
6
36
sixes.
views come from.
Ooh.
I know,
6
you get that?
sixes, Chris.
Yeah.
6 sixes.
It's 36.
6.
We're going to rebrand, aren't we? I thought the household podcast.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Or should we just put that on the...
You literally just rebranded.
Should we just...
How much trouble are we in? We have to rebrand again.
Should we just put that like on... You know the way we have like... What was that one thing that we got that time? And we have it on the banner. I was like, these guys are sickeningly likable.
Yeah.
So we should just have a household brand podcast.
The sickeningly likable podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. With that,
you could do what you do in my name. You should just go the Empty Promise Household Podcast.
We're just lengthening the name.
Yeah.
D, it's the 18th of October. Ugh, it's the 18th.
It is, yeah.
We can hear... Oh, if you're a regular listener or viewer of the podcast, you will have noticed that we have upped our game. We're now wearing headphones.
Yep. And we're not just doing it because we feel cool like when we're wearing them.
Oh, they're not plugged into a single thing.
Nope.
Nope.
But they actually are plugged in. Yep. And we can hear everything.
We decided to step the game up a little bit.
You hear.
Yeah.
We can hear everything that they hear, including all of our little annoying habits that we do. Like, like, that there. Yeah. That does piss me off more than ever would ever piss you off.
Yeah. Or D clicking a pen into the fucking mic.
I've never once done that. Well, look, you can't click these buttons.
You're not going to do it anymore, D. Here we go. 18th of October, 1867.
Good year.
Fine year.
If I remember correctly.
Fine year for Scotch. This is the day in which Russia sells Alaska to the USA.
Imagine living in a time where you could just sell land masses like that.
Right?
Remember France just sold like more than half of the USA to the USA?
Yeah,
it was like, what? How badly in debt were they?
That's terrible. So here is a list of purchases too big to take home on the bus. Number 1, Alaska. Number 2, a bus. That's it. That's the list. I have a better list, don't worry. We missed one during the weekday that I think you may find a little bit more appealing. What we all know or think we know about ballet.
Plie.
All right, so here's some interesting facts to you. Ballet often takes place in opera houses, although ballet is not opera.
Well, I mean, that's not really a fun fact.
Ballet is like opera, but whereas in opera, fat people stand around singing, in ballet, thin people leap around dancing. Female ballet dancers are called ballerinas and wear costumes called tutus with dresses that stick out like Queen Elizabeth I's ruff.
It feels like they're just stealing things that basically everybody knows about ballet. What's the list again?
It's like what we all know or think we know about ballet. Ballerinas have to be fit and strong.
Oh, fair enough. I'd buy that.
Male ballet dancers have to be fit and strong. Most ballets involve a princess, princes, swans, a castle, and a woodcutter. Not necessarily in that order. Come Christmas, you can add a nutcracker and a sugar plum fairy to the mix.
Why did you think I'd find that appealing?
Actually, this is a terrible list.
I'm interested to know why you thought I would find that appealing.
Okay, here we go.
How did you look at me when you said that?
Here's another quick one, okay? These are just about everything that keeps people awake at night. So we're back onto the sleep thing.
That's good.
Worry, bad dreams, pain, nightmares, fear, heat, cold, uncomfortable beds, bright lights, annoying pillows, noise, thinking too much, coughing and sneezing, hypnotism, ghosts, uninvited guests,
ghosts,
strong smells, a sinking feeling, allergies, animals, storms, insomnia, or severe obstructive sleep apnea. I have all of those.
They really were falling, they're running out of ideas for lists, I think, by that point.
No, it's only one guy.
Yeah.
And he did well to get a list for absolutely every day of the year, to be fair.
365 lists. I could do that.
365.
I have an on this day.
Do you?
Yesterday on this day. And on that day. I have an on that day for you.
Go for it.
On yesterday.
Hit me up.
Yesterday was the first day that you could legitimately achieve the Stanley Parable. You know Stanley Parable? There's an achievement that you can get called Go Outside. And it is play the game 5 years after purchasing it.
No way.
Yeah. So yesterday was the first day you could actually achieve it. Chris,
I wonder how many
did you log on and pick that one up, did you?
I actually didn't know. Do you know I didn't feel to write this down on my list. I was on Steam during the week.
Were you?
Yeah, only to re-download a game already in my library to play in the upcoming week. No, not Freddy Fazbear. It's there. Outlast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
The headphones remind you of those.
So we've done the introduction.
We did.
I forget. It's been 2 weeks.
We've done the on this day.
Yeah, and we did so much to talk about. I'm so ready for this podcast. Was I telling you?
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna hit you up with some news, D, because I got some stupid news from during the week that I think
got some good news.
Good. I'm gonna hit you up with something first. Kleenex has now banned or binned man-sized tissues.
Is it because they're not allowed to call them man-sized
That's
anymore?
exactly it.
They have to be people-sized?
That's exactly it. No. Kleenex is scrapping, quote, man-sized branding from its tissue boxes after 60 years on the shelves as consumers called it out for being sexist.
Yeah.
The company said the tissues will now be called, what will they be called?
People-sized.
No.
Just human.
Extra large. Kleenex extra large.
Why can't they just call them like...
One customer questioned the firm after her 4-year-old son asked if, I quote, girls, boys, and mummies can use them. I don't think a 4-year-old said that. I don't think a 4-year-old turned around to his mother and said, "Can girls, boys, and mummies use them?"
I don't think it's as big a problem as she makes it out to be. Because the answer to that question is yes, they can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To be fair, I like the Kleenex man size
I've never really thought about it that much.
brand. I mean,
I've never really considered my brand loyalty before to
No.
Kleenex.
do you have brand loyalty? There we go. Here's the first tangent of the evening. Do you have brand loyalty?
Yeah, I definitely take a Monster very frequently.
Yeah, but like, would you not, like, if you came up, like, let's say a Merge or Red Bull, do you know what a Merge is? Or
Yeah,
like,
I know what a Merge is.
Or would you go like sugar-free Red Bull, say it's on offer for like 80p, and you have, I don't know, like Blue Bolt, Blue Thunder, Blue fucking Storm, Blue Bear, whatever it is, sitting right next to it as well, and it's like 50p. Would you pay the 30p extra for the Red Bull?
No, but you're talking about energy drinks, which I don't really care for.
Okay, so
Let's talk about something.
yeah, so brand. So I'm
everyone
trying to
likes.
think of something that I always go for the brand.
It's like McDonald's or Burger King. McDonald's is too unanimous these days.
Yeah, I
isn't
think so.
it? Yeah.
Let's say like Coke.
Yeah. It's again. It's I just don't. Pepsi exists apparently.
Yeah, but I mean, like, would you go with like Freeway Cola
No.
over Coke?
No.
No, of course
Why?
not.
Who? What?
This is a silly
You
game.
take Freeway Cola when you're offered it. You never actually get it.
We have Freeway Orange inside.
Is it good?
We also have Fanta inside.
There you go.
9 times out of 10, I'll choose Fanta. I'm not a big fan of Fanta anyway. I like it at Halloween because
You're not a big fan.
stop that. I like it at Halloween. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's orange. I like the color scheme of fall.
Yeah. Okay, fair
and
enough.
Halloween, orange and black. I really like
Orange,
that.
yeah.
It works. I think we should have done our studio orange and black and say we went red and black.
We can do that. We can still do that, Chris.
We can't.
We
We
haven't really pulled the trigger on it yet.
This is another piece of news that I think. So we're going back to Waitrose. Remember last week or the week before? No, it was last week. We had Waitrose, so they were offering that like
What was it again?
pack your bags or pack your shopping away whenever you're not at home scheme.
Oh
that
yeah,
they're
they
running.
come into your house.
Well, just get ready for this because
the
this
first robbery has
this
been
is this
committed.
is this no this is like PC bullshit at its finest, right?
It's fucking PC plum.
So Waitrose is to change the name of its Gentleman Smoked Chicken Caesar roll because feminist campaigners said it was sexist.
It's literally called a gentleman's. What's it called?
It's called a gentleman's smoked. So it's gentleman's is like kind of like the, not like the brand, but like, you know, I don't know what
It's
it
like
is.
their own in-house
Yeah.
brand.
And then smoked chicken Caesar roll.
So they have to call it the gentleman's regular chicken Caesar roll now. assume.
So the roll from Heston Blumenthal, you know that chef Heston, the
Oh,
guy
yeah,
who does
yeah.
all the weird shit at the supermarket, contains anchovy mayonnaise similar to gentleman's relish. So there actually is a thing called gentleman's relish.
Which we can't call that anymore.
Well,
It's just-
but that's
it's
the
just-
thing. You can like if
just relish
these
bits.
feminists went to a restaurant and they wanted some of this relish, they'd have to call it gentleman's relish. Anyway, so Amy Lamb, City Cannes London Night, I don't know, whatever, posted a picture on Twitter and said, "I never knew sandwiches were gender specific. I'm female, but thankfully Waitrose let me purchase this anyway." She tagged the organization Everyday Sexism, who documents instances of sexism experienced on a day-to-day basis. There's
I'm
an
sorry,
org,
like,
I know,
does
I
this
know.
not demean actual cases of
Yep.
sexism? Like,
Yep,
does
yep,
this
yep.
not make like legitimate issues feel less
Yeah.
important because
Yeah.
people
Because people
yap
are
about
people are
shit like
yapping.
this?
Yeah, exactly. Like who would, I don't know. The roll costs $3.80, but is currently on sale at a cut down price of $2.85 and features a picture of a rooster dressed in waders holding a fishing rod with a fish at the end of the line.
That is a very busy logo.
That
That is a very
there it is
busy.
right there. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on in that, Chris.
Waitrose describes the roll as the ultimate Caesar salad to go. A Parmesan ciabatta roll filled with pulled smoked chicken breast, beechwood smoked bacon, and Parmigiano Reggiano, and topped with anchovy mayonnaise and Cos lettuce for crunch. That actually sounds delicious.
Sounds good.
It does. It sounds great. But they've promised to change the name.
Good. I hope they call it something like
They'll probably just change. They'll just take the gentleman's out, and it'll just be a smoked chicken Caesar roll,
Just man's.
or everybody's, or extra large roll, or some bullshit like that. I don't know. Oh, well, anyway, I think that's.
We'll just call it whatever it is. A smoky chicken and ciabatta roll.
Did you hear about the big legalization in Canada?
Yeah.
Pot has now been legalized.
Pot. Yeah. Marijuana.
Marijuana has been legalized.
Nationwide in Canada.
In Canada. So across the country, Canadians queued for the chance to buy recreational cannabis legally for the first time. The end of a prohibition on Wednesday was marked by parties, park hangouts, and non-stop media coverage. Good for Canada, I think.
Good for Canada,
Good for Canada.
Normalising something that isn't that big of a... Isn't that, like, dangerous of a thing? Less dangerous than alcohol, some would say. What do you call that group up around us? CISTA.
Oh, yeah. Emma Crossan and the boys.
Cannabis is safer than alcohol. That's literally what that stands for.
It is, though.
Yeah, it is. But it's like, it's been taboo for so long.
Yeah, it's safer than alcohol. Safer than, nobody goes out and kills someone because they're fucking high.
Well,
no, they don't.
They could. But it's going to make like mega bucks over there.
Yep, 100%.
There's already been so many jobs created.
Yep.
And Chris, did you know it was less than an hour after the legalization of cannabis that someone was done for smoking weed and driving? Less than an hour, and someone was
it actually?
Yeah, and legitimately had a cigarette lit in the car as they drove.
What do you call a
marijuana cigarette?
What do you call the Canadian like the Rocky Mountain Police? There's like a name for them.
The Mounties.
The Mounties.
Yeah.
They must have been on full force.
I'd love to see a Mountie going full dig,
full tilt with
chasing after a car.
Yeah, 100%.
That's those horses take those fucking cars out, like.
100%.
I'm telling you.
But the first person in Canada to buy marijuana legally was Ian Power. What a name! If his name was Max.
Oh man.
Max Ian Power.
That's almost maximum.
Maximum power. Thank God. He was first in line in the eastmost province of Newfoundland and Labrador. What a place to live, Labrador.
It's an island, Chris.
Yeah.
It's an entire island called Labrador.
When the clock struck midnight, and I quote, "It's been my dream to be the first person to buy the first legal gram of cannabis in Canada, and here I finally am," he said. What a dream.
Some people fulfill their dreams. It's
hard
to believe
across the country, and hours later, Alex Smith was among the many people leaving the BC cannabis store with a brown paper bag in hand. I mean, they must have done some trade.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like serious trade.
And they will continue to do so. Apparently they're already estimating or like predicting a shortage for like the rest of the year.
Wow.
Just can't meet demand.
Mr. Smith called the experience of shopping there a little surreal. So, how many states is there in America that it's legal?
I know Canada, or not Canada, yeah.
Canada.
The biggest American state.
Is that your leg?
Yeah, we went.
You've got such
California,
long legs.
Chris. California legalized it.
Yep.
Then, what do you call that one? Colorado as well.
Right.
And I think doesn't like Washington State have really legal
Nevada?
laws? I don't think so, no.
No. You'd think Nevada would.
No, I
with
don't
all
know.
the shit they have going on there. Like,
they kind of like the fact that their big vice is gambling.
oh, do they?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So they don't really care too much about
Yeah, I
if
think
people
so.
okay.
Quite
fair
a
enough.
conservative state.
Fair enough. So there's a place in Canada called Hot Black Coffee in downtown Ontario, and the coffee shop turned its back patio into a chill lounge.
That's a good idea.
Where people could listen to music, drink coffee, and yes, smoke up. That sounds brilliant. Like you know what a wonderful way.
Apparently, they're now going to I forget the term, but they're going to like dismiss all charges against people who were done for possession of cannabis.
Rightly so. Now that it's legal, 100%.
I forget what it is. I'll forgive it. No, not forgive it. What do you call that thing?
I'll
like when you're like
wrongly accused.
Yeah.
I'll like retract. Is it?
Yeah, something like that. There's like a word.
Like retract statement. I don't know. Do you retract something? I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
But they're going to do that for all the people who were done. So that's good too.
My next bit of news is kind of just it's from Nerd Much. It's the 101 geek gifts for Christmas, the Ultimate Guide 2018.
The Dalmatians.
I have the top 5 here, so I was gonna wait until see if you had any actual news.
I have
news, some news, yeah, but
I have some actual news.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my phone on airplane mode so that it doesn't interfere with our mix. That's what I call mix. That's how they're spelled, M-I-C-S or M-I-C.
Yeah,
I'm
mix.
Like, mix.
It should be M-I-K-E.
Mike.
Mike's.
Mike.
It's like the whole Nike and bike thing. I don't know.
Or like,
Bikey.
maybe we should call it a Mikey. It was like Nike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right enough.
Nike, Bikey, Mikey,
Trikey,
Mickey.
Dicky.
I think we've tangented it off again.
I love tangents. Tangents are, yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this last week. Stardew Valley is coming to mobile, possibly.
You did not?
Stardew Valley is coming to mobile, Chris.
Fantastic. When?
I can see a lot of people.
Did you ever play it? No.
Certainly sometime in the future.
It was something I had always planned to buy on my Switch.
Yeah.
And I did not.
It would make a lot of sense on the Switch.
Yep.
It probably makes a lot of sense on mobile. I said people would just lose hours and hours of their day on their commute and stuff.
Listen, I thought I was going to lose hours and hours to Fallout Shelter.
Did you not?
I lost maybe 5 hours.
I mean, that's not bad for a mobile game. 5 hours. I put a good 10 hours into it.
I was expecting myself to be lost for months, but after a while it's kind of just like, no, I'm kind of sick of this.
Over and over.
You didn't play it on Switch?
No, I played it on the
mobile.
phone.
Can you do the quests?
Yeah, I can. I just don't care for them.
No, yeah,
At all.
It's such bullshit because so many of my people die, and then I don't have enough caps to bring them back, so I just keep losing people.
They stay dead.
I think I only have like 20 people in my shelter.
Oh no, I was like well over 100.
I know. I got to 20 and I was just like, oh, this is just so fucking repetitive.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm done. I don't care about repopulating the earth that bad.
Christopher, in the spirit of Halloween, All Hallows Eve, some may call it, Simpsons 666th episode.
No.
Isn't that impressive?
I don't know if it's impressive or if it's just like, let it go.
Yeah.
606. What are they going to do? Go to 1,000 and then just be like, no, we're done.
I hope not. I hope it's 667, to be honest with you. But 666th episode will be a Treehouse of Horrors special.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It would need to be one fine episode.
It's gonna be a big one, I think.
Favorite Simpson Treehouse of Horror episode on the theme of Halloween.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I love the one where Pierce Brosnan is the voice of the house that they live in and it controls everything. Yeah, it's brilliant. I also like the one where they go to stay at Burns's manor and he's a vampire.
Oh no! Is it not a Christmas? Or is it not a Treehouse of Horror where Homer goes mad? Or is that a whole episode?
Yes, it is indeed.
One of Burns.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's Treehouse of Horror.
I kind of like the one with the gremlin on the bus.
Oh yes,
Bart's like losing his mind.
That's a great episode, actually.
Oh, the Nightmare on Elm Street one with Willie, the groundskeeper.
Oh, that's it. That could be the same episode, actually.
Yeah, it could be
around that time.
Probably is. I've seen one Treehouse of Horror, and that's it. I've probably seen more. I don't really remember.
The other Treehouse of Horror this is my favorite Treehouse of Horror, and it's season 7 of The Simpsons, and I know it because I have it inside, and it's the one where the 3 episodes in it are the one where all the giant statues in town come to life.
Oh yeah,
and it's like just don't look. Yeah, that one there. That is a fantastic episode. The one where Homer enters the third dimension or whatever it is. That's a fantastic episode. And the other one in that I think is Bart's brother Hugo is in the attic. I think
that one actually properly freaked
me out. Yeah.
Another good one is the one where Homer invents a time machine or travels through dimensions and stuff.
The toaster.
That's
fucking brilliant. Oh my god, there's so many good Treehouse of Horrors.
Really, so many good ones.
Yeah. The one with the witch, the one where they're living back in like a witch town.
Yeah.
The witch hunt. That's really good. Yeah. They throw the eggs at their own house. It's a fucking great episode.
Well, yeah. The Simpsons have some classics, Chris.
See, we're gonna do a Simpson podcast
eventually. Yeah.
I follow a Simpson podcast on Spotify.
It's called the Simpsons podcast.
No, it's called the Best Darn Diddly Podcast.
That's awesome,
isn't it?
Yes.
I'm kind of jealous that I haven't. And literally, what they do is every week they've started at season 1, and every week they just talk about one episode. But
are they going to do all 666?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, there you go. That's like they don't even have to think about topics like we do.
Yeah,
we didn't.
They're just lazy, Chris.
Yeah,
compared to us, we put so much effort.
I think that's incredible, though. What a fantastic podcast.
Let's say, Chris.
I think I should tag them in this podcast. What do you think? Best Darn Diddly podcast.
Yeah, Chris, tag everyone you can find.
Well done, guys.
Tag them all, Chris.
Really enjoying that podcast at the minute. So go check it out.
Check it out.
Link will be in the description.
Check this out.
Shoot.
You familiar with the Sherlock TV show on BBC?
I am.
Which are fucking awesome with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch, yeah.
And all the guys.
Are you a Cumberbatch?
No, I am a. I forget the other ones. What is this from again?
He was on Graham Norton one night, wasn't it? It was either Cumberbatch, Pine. It was Chris Pine, wasn't it?
Oh,
was it? No, it wasn't Chris Pine. It was
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was.
Was it? I tell you what, I'm
gonna
gonna Google it while we're going. So I'll just Google Cumberbitch or...
Yeah, it was the Cumberbitches, or like the Pine Hards or something like that.
Cumberbitch, slang...
Well, anyway, as you look
Chris
at
Pine Nuts.
Pine Nuts.
Pine Nuts versus Cumberbitch.
Cumberbitch.
What are you? Are you a Pine Nut or are you a Cumberbitch?
I don't know. Probably a Cumberbitch because I don't really know where like Chris Pine.
I think I've seen him in like one film. Is he in
Star
This Means
Trek.
War? No, he's not.
Dunno.
That's a different person. Oh my god, that's Tom Hardy.
They're so far off.
Holy shit!
Oh
Did
no,
you see
they're
Venom?
both in it.
Did you see Venom?
I did see Venom.
I want to talk to you about that after.
Have you seen Venom?
No,
Oh,
I just want to know about it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead with your news.
Yeah,
We
the
love
creators of Sherlock, featuring the Cumberbitch himself, are making a Dracula series.
Okay.
I think that's also inspired by the old Hallows Eve. Are you familiar with Dracula, Chris?
What?
Dracula, like the myth, the legend, the
Yeah.
man.
Well, I think about as much as most people know.
Did you know he was invented? Not invented. The story was created by an Irishman,
Well, I did not know.
Bram Stoker.
Does Dracula not live in Transylvania?
Yeah.
In
But
Deutschland.
it's a story. Where?
Well, I don't know. Do you know that?
You said
do you know,
Deutschland.
do you
You're
know
like,
that there's
"Well, I don't know."
Timbuktu is actually a place?
It's in Africa,
Oh no.
I think. Is it not?
Oh, I'm thinking of something completely different. Transylvania.
Yeah, Transylvania.
Where's that?
Dracula.
Yeah. Never mind.
That's the guy, Chris.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, they're making a TV show. I don't
Cool.
know. You haven't seen Sherlock, but any people who have
No.
seen Sherlock will probably know that it's awesome. And
Fantastic.
This is going to be awesome too.
I don't know whether to spiral off here because I've got
Oh.
something I want to mention.
I want you to tangent as hard as you
Okay,
can.
I'm gonna tangent hard. My staff do has been announced this year.
Oh, tidy, right?
It will be on the 22nd of December, and the theme is Peaky Blinders.
Are you a fan of Peaky Blinders?
I
Are
had
you
to-
even aware of?
I had to
Peaky Blinders?
Google Peaky Blinders. I knew Cillian Murphy, but here's the thing, right? I literally knew Cillian Murphy was in Peaky Blinders. So instead of Googling Peaky Blinders, like to see like what kind of attire, I Googled Cillian Murphy. Do you know the first thing to pop up?
Scarecrow.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, I can't fucking wear Scarecrow.
Oh, you so should. I did not get. The
I was like,
message
this
here.
is terrible. But yeah, my the theme is Peaky Blinders, so I'm gonna have to dress smart like
Funny enough, do you know who's also in Peaky Blinders?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, have you watched the show?
We've linked in. No, I just knew that he was.
My
he's in
brother's
it.
watched the show.
Yeah, is it good? I hear it's good.
He says it's very watchable.
That's
So
good.
I don't know what that means.
I like when shows are watchable.
Yeah, sorry. That wasn't too hard of a tangent, but
Didn't tangent hard enough, Chris.
I'll tangent hard as we go on. I'll tangent real.
Well, speaking of,
hard.
let's continue the tangent. Speaking of old Tom Hardy,
yes,
Tom Hardon.
go for it.
Would you not want to go see Venom?
No, I tell you what, I am going to go see this weekend is.
You seem really impressed by it anyway. That you took time to remember.
A
the
Star
name.
is Born. A Star is Born.
Oh, don't go see that. Everybody's seen that.
Female's choice.
Oh, well, it
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't
guess.
get. Everyone wants to go see it because apparently it's very emotional.
No, it's not
Totes
even that it's
emotion.
apparently emotional, man. It's supposed to be just a great movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you'll leave crying, Chris. I know you. You'll
I
leave
hope
crying.
so. I need that. I need that in my heart right now. But yeah, no.
I just don't like Lady Gaga.
I mean, I don't
I
know
could-
what
I
Lady
could-
Gaga
I
is.
could live without seeing her in a film, even if she is good.
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to be good. I think I'll be watching it for Bradley Cooper. I like Bradley Cooper. I love Bradley
He
Cooper.
directed this, I think.
Yeah, I love him in American Sniper. I think that's one of the best films I've not ever seen.
But it's just one of the best films.
Yeah, that's it. That's the cutoff point, right? Speaking of which, Shawnee Mac got in touch. We have 2 actors. today.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
And we also
we'll
have
get
we
there.
have a community question as well.
Oh, we're absolutely.
Is
the
this
phone is flying off?
is
the-
this the It's Obvious podcast?
I think so.
We have community questions. I better tag them. guys
Everyone in
this.
the community, thank you.
Right, Venom.
Venom.
Hit me up.
Venom. Have you heard
No.
the
Oh
song?
yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I like.
I'll tell you what,
I like Eminem.
it's a good film.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting slated by the critics, but don't ignore them. Go in and watch it. And I think you don't know Venom, do you? I don't think anyone knew Venom that well.
I know that Venom is a bad guy to Spider-Man.
He's an anti-hero, Chris. Okay.
Is he an anti-hero?
Well, yeah, he's a bit more than an anti-hero. He is a villain, right? He's a crook. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy in this film really at all.
Is he a bad guy for the right reasons?
Not even. He's just like He's just a bad guy who doesn't care about like the human rules. He just does what he wants.
Okay.
But he's likable. And the film is funny.
Okay.
There's good bits in it. I don't know if I even really like Tom Hardy in it, to be honest with you. A lot of people say that he's the best part in it.
Tell me this.
I
hear that it's getting a lot of slating because it was made like, what is it, like 13 or 12A or something? Do you think this film would have benefited a whole lot more had it been made like, R or at least 15?
I think it is 15 actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought maybe that's American ratings.
Yeah, it could be. But
okay.
Yeah, it probably could have. Like, there is blood in it, like. Okay. Like Venom is like, you've seen his teeth, like he can like.
Oh yeah, he looks pretty gruesome.
He can tear through some people.
Does he actually eat people?
Yeah, he's people.
What is this?
He's an alien, Chris.
How does Tom Hardy become Venom? Spoiler.
Stop asking questions like this, Chris, because like it's not meant to make sense. You have to just sit back and allow these things to happen.
No, I can't. Like, how does he become Venom?
Well, Venom is an alien called the symbiote, right? Which is like something that can't exist by itself, so it has to like
path the whiskey.
It has to like meld with a person or an animal.
Is this like Spider-Man 3?
It is exactly Spider-Man 3.
Right, fantastic.
It kind of just like envelops him and like gets.
What the hell was Spider-Man 3 then? Apart from a shambles.
I don't know.
I love Tobey Maguire.
Do you know what's weird? Is that this is Venom, the Spider-Man like villain, but there is no reference or allusion to Spider-Man in this film.
Are you serious?
Spider-Man does not exist in this universe. It's just Venom. It's
okay,
weird.
You see, this is the thing, right? I no interest.
Jesus Christ, you have to shout.
Sorry, no interest in comic books.
Yeah.
I just don't. Not something that I think I'm ever going to be a fan of, unless like it's like The Simpsons or something.
The classics.
But I would like to know the story of these things before I go into the movie.
Yeah, they do a decent job of like giving you the gist. You don't want to know too much. But anyway, ignore all that there. Just go and watch it. It's more fun than you would expect. I think the fact that it got bad critical reviews lowers your expectations to the point where you're kind of impressed when you come out because you're like, oh, it's actually not that bad. Well, don't go see it then. Actually, just get it on like DVD.
I don't even know if I will.
Oh, you should.
I think I'm gonna go.
You see it on some night in Sky. Give it a watch.
I might record it.
Yeah. Watch it.
Have it in the backlog. Where were we? You were gonna tell me some news.
I think I told you.
Oh, they're making Dracula.
Yeah, they're making Dracula. How the hell did we get off on that?
I love this. I love tangents. I am going to tell you Nerd Much's top 5 off the 101 geek gifts for Christmas, the Ultimate Guide 2018.
Okay. This is good. This give me some ideas.
Yeah, so for people who don't know what to get your significant other who
if they're a geek
falls into the nerd category, these are the top 5 picks. These are the quick picks, our faves as it is here on nerdmuch.com. I don't know where to start, if it's like top to bottom or bottom. They just have it in bullet points.
I hate that. Come on. Are you giving me your
what
worst to best? Or explicitly state that these are not in order if they're not in order?
Oh,
otherwise,
okay.
I'm going to make some big assumptions.
They're slightly in order from dearest to cheapest. Do you want to do it that way?
Or do it that way.
Okay, so number 5.
The most expensive.
The Cougar Armor Gaming Chair. $299.
US dollars.
Buy it on Amazon.
$300.
So Cougar Arming Gaming Chair. I mean, I could bring up a picture of it if you want, but it's a gaming chair.
No, I've seen enough gaming chairs in my time. Like, I think I prefer a regular chair.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I have a chair in there, and I'm sitting on it.
But yours is almost like a PC chair.
My legs get so tight.
Oh yeah,
they're
too close together.
See up here, like my hip flexors.
Oh,
they get so tight, bro.
My hip flexors are like. I also know muscles.
Yeah.
So
muscles are tight. Number 4, and it doesn't even surprise me that this is still on the list. Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
You have to get yourself a Nintendo Switch.
Is it cheaper than the chair? That's an interesting proposition. Do you want
$299?
Do you want to get the chair to play the games in, or the thing that plays the games?
I know, $299, the same thing. You could buy a Switch, and you can take it with you anywhere. So you could sit on a bus chair.
You could.
You could take it to the bath.
Imagine the luxury of a bus chair. Much better.
I mean, if it's one of those like gold liner.
Can you take your Switch in the bath now? Hold on. I don't think that's a recommended thing by Nintendo. I think they'd advise against that.
I mean,
I think your warranty's going to start covering
You can't. I'm pretty sure you can get waterproof casing. I mean, surely for kids nowadays, you can get waterproof casing. You can get everything for kids nowadays. You can. Like,
you're saying kids, but I'm thinking me. The 24-year-old man.
Right now, all I'm picturing
in the shower.
Why have in the shower? Water just dripping over you, and you're just playing.
You know what? There's virtual reality.
Switch. Yeah.
I would be like swimming as Zelda, and I would just be like in a bath. That would be awesome.
Do you say swimming as Zelda?
I think it is.
Swimming as Link, bro.
Well, you don't know. You might be able to play as Zelda for a brief period of time.
Okay, here we go. Number 3, the Google Home Speaker.
No.
99.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I actually have a picture of it.
Strange looking contraption.
99.99. Buy it at Target.
No, I prefer to get my stuff at Walmart or Sears. Do we know the American places well enough?
I love our podcast. Number 2, the Chimera Magic Wand Remote Control.
I was thinking something completely different.
Like Harry Potter, right?
Sure. The magic wand.
We'll not pollute the innocent minds of the young. We're a household brand nowadays. No, it's the Chimera Magic Wand Remote Control, $59.97 by on Amazon.
I honestly I think I would get kicked out if I got a remote.
At $59.97.
Happy Christmas. Here's a remote.
I mean, I guess it's okay. Maybe if you live with like your partner, or it's just you live in like a bachelor pad and you get it.
What is this remote? It's just a remote.
I mean, I can bring up a picture of it. Hang on.
I don't want a picture, Chris. I want to know what it does.
Open a new tab. And then we have number 1, Wildlands. You heard of Wildlands? Wildlands.
What?
$70.80. Buy it on Amazon.
Amazon?
My voice hasn't quite broke.
Is it
the Magic Wand remote is a universal remote that allows users to control most home electronics with unique gestures, like you're casting a spell.
Oh, that is pretty good, actually. I think I would like.
Would you?
Oh, that's pretty cool, Chris. It's like, okay, switch on my TV, and it's like you have to do a certain.
I don't know. I don't know if I would buy into that completely.
It's a good gimmick for 20 minutes.
The Cougar Armor gaming chair. I mean, that's the picture of it there.
What's Wildlands, Chris? That looks nice.
It does look nice, doesn't it? Super Mario Odyssey is there at number 47. I just seen it there real quick.
Is Wildlands the game?
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Wildlands?
No, this is Wildlands. It's a board game.
Oh, okay.
It's a new game from Martin Wallace.
Oh, Martin Wallace.
In Wildlands, you're giving one of 4 factions, each with 5 characters in each faction. In the most basic terms, you're tasked.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not buying Wildlands.
Well, in case our listeners,
I would rather get Cones of Dunshire.
Oh, I'd love to play Cones of Dunshire. In case some of our American friends,
yes,
would enjoy Wildlands. In the most basic terms, you're tasked with essentially collecting 5 points by finding gems scattered on the board, 1 point each, or defeating other player characters in battle. Any combination of these totaling 5 makes you the winner, but it's much more complicated than just moving to a space and collecting the gem, as you have the required cards to do so. I don't know. I'm not massive. I'm not even into board games that much. I mean, I'll play them.
I literally got to collect gems and I was like,
honed out.
Yeah. I ain't gonna play this board game.
As soon as I heard gems, I thought of Spyro. Is that wrong?
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like collect gems across the board, and I was just like, I'll just go around the board picking up shit.
I can scroll through here really quick. There's the Google Home Speaker. It's a real weird fucking shape.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It kind of looks like a glass that's been cut diagonally, if that makes sense. Newly announced Google Home is at top of the wish list this year, as it comes in at $50 less than the Amazon Echo.
I don't get this either. I don't understand. You know, how many people are there in their kitchen, like, talking to the speaker? Like, give me instructions how to bake a cake. You're like, no, that's not going to work.
No, I think there is people that do that. I think there is. I think I would use it for Spotify purposes.
I mean, that's
and maybe
handy.
YouTube purposes, but I don't think I'd use it for anything else. Is it worth the money? I don't know, maybe. Deadpool Monopoly Collector's Edition.
I'd get that.
I love Monopoly, and I love editions. I want the Fallout edition.
Oh, that's so good looking.
I want to buy vaults.
I still want to get that Fallout board game. I know I just dissed that Wildlands board game, but I would play the shit out of a Fallout.
That's pretty cool. A zombie head cookie jar.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't keep anything in jars in my house.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
I know against jars.
This is so weird. Like, Americans love keeping biscuits in jars.
Yeah, we're more of a tin nation.
Tin or in the packet.
A biscuit tin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Most people here have a biscuit tin. Yeah, you have a biscuit tin. or
Do
a wee
I?
box. I guarantee it.
Me?
Yeah.
Me personally.
Not me, but in your home. I would be very surprised you don't have a biscuit tin or a little tray that you keep all your biscuits and cakes in.
Funny enough, T, we actually don't. We have a tub that we keep like snacks in.
Yeah. Like
But
what
like,
snacks?
like a bar or
Yeah.
shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, no, I'm not saying like
a sweetie
digestive
tub.
biscuits. Yeah, I'm talking like chocolate bars.
Oh,
anything,
yeah,
anything
yeah.
you would put out on the table for
Yeah,
tea.
it's essentially a giant Tupperware. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we have that.
Yeah,
But like biscuits in like their rarest forms, like digestives and rich tea,
Oh, I see
we just
what
keep
you
them in the
mean.
cupboard.
I see what you mean now. Yeah, you're talking about people who like Americans empty the contents of the wrapper.
Yeah.
into a tub.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't get
and I
that
think
either.
that they're just going to blend the flavors together, and then essentially, after a while, you're just going to get the taste of the tin of the tub
Right.
or whatever it is.
Tell me if this is just me going a bit mad or not. You know Viscounts,
Yeah.
right? What Mummy does is we have a little Tupperware tub as well where we keep all the biscuits and stuff, right? And the chocolate bars.
does
So she puts
she?
like Twixes and Kit Kats and wagon wheels in with the Viscounts.
Okay.
And they're out of the not out of the wrappers, but out of the plastic tray that they come in.
Do you think that the flavors seeping out?
I know for a fact that I can taste it in the Twix.
They're they're a seriously pungent biscuit.
They're potent.
Yep. They are so minty. I would near consider using them as toothpaste.
I've
the morning.
done it before.
Don't brush, just
Don't-
eat a Viscount.
Don't
Just-
recommend it.
There we go. There's orange ones as well. They're delicious.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah, very
I
good.
had a chocolate orange recently. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Underrated.
Terry's chocolate orange.
Yep.
Yeah, brilliant.
Is there any other kind?
Did you tap it or whack it?
I just sort of just add it.
Just had it. Yeah, okay.
Just like an apple.
Number 15 was the Xbox One S. Number.
Oh my god!
What?
Another tangent.
Go for
Taco
it.
Bell, Chris.
Yeah,
An establishment I'm sure you're fond of.
I am.
They're doing. Oh, it's only over in the States, but they're doing like a one of those promotions with an Xbox One X. I think.
Taco Bell. Oh yeah, they did that before. I think. Yeah.
This
Or-
is possibly the sexiest looking like electronic device I've ever seen in my life. I'll show you a picture of it. I'll get it up later. But it's so good, Chris.
Really?
Google this.
Right. So what am I googling? Taco Bell Xbox.
Xbox One X. Oh my god, it's like a white to like grey, smoky grey fade on the console.
All right.
And a white Ultimate controller.
Oh yeah.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I do have
Oh,
it.
it's
Let me just
so
get.
good.
Let me just get a proper image.
I am a fan of aesthetically pleasing devices, Chris.
Holy schmidt.
That is an aesthetically pleasing device. That looks good.
That's really, really cool. Buy a double chalupa box for a chance to win a limited edition. Now, our American friends are going to have to inform us of what the hell a double chalupa box is.
It sounds
But all I
amazing.
know is I want one.
Yeah.
I've only ever had one Taco Bell. That was the last time I visited Florida.
I've had one.
And
in
it
my life.
was terrific. I went for, I don't even remember what I went for. I went for,
taco.
I remember having a
I don't think you remember it all, Chris.
Baja Blast, which was the Mountain Dew, and it was fucking terrific. It was so good, I went back for another one. It was brilliant. I had a fiery gordita crunch. That's what I had.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and a cheese roll or roll up. Don't know what you call it. Brilliant, fantastic.
I knew you were a fan.
Yep.
Because I knew it came up as news in this podcast once before that there's a Taco Bell over in Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah, you know.
I think we actually. Right, here we go.
All right.
Are we going to keep tangenting?
We're tangenting so hard, Chris.
I mean, that's what the bulk of this episode is going to be.
This
I
is the
think.
tangential podcast.
Brilliant. This is the tangent episode because we don't have a main topic.
No.
What did you just say? There's
What?
one in Scotland,
Yeah.
which we said we should visit.
Right.
Okay. Now here we go. Bear with me here. I was listening to the most recent It's Obvious Ask IOG,
Mm-hmm.
which I do. We like It's Obvious here. They're good. They're good guys.
Obviously.
They're good guys. I heard Mr. Garrett Drake describing something so sensual that I feel me and you should almost, and Singer, Sean, maybe,
If they could be bothered to show up.
I feel that we should
a dig,
almost
by the
buy
way.
plane tickets to Atlanta
Right?
to experience this.
Right.
So I made a note of this, Mr.
You wrote this down.
It's Obvious. We want to go to American Cut Steakhouse in Atlanta, and we want to get a smoky, old-fashioned whiskey.
Oh, I've heard about this before. He has described this.
He has
multiple times.
Twice. I listened to It's Obvious, the Ask IOG, like episode 6 and then 7 back to back. Terrific listening. And I want nothing more than this, than to experience this
beverage.
I'm pretty sure
coming from a
there's like a smoke in the glass or something, and then they poured in. I think it's like really. I forget the price he said per glass, but this sounds terrific, and we both love steak.
Yeah.
You know, I think. I mean, I tell you what. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll tag them in this, sure, but I'll write to their podcast and I'll say, look, if you can back this up, 100%. We'll get plane tickets. We'll come out for a weekend. And
sounds like we are making a very big commitment here, Chris.
We'll get plane tickets. We'll come
especially when we are struggling with cash pretty hard right now.
And we will experience the smoking old fashioned and American cut fillet steak apparently.
A fillet,
like
a chicken fillet.
Well, that's what he said.
What's a fillet?
A fillet steak, like a fillet steak. To us, it's a fillet. You know, fillet steak. You like fillet steaks, don't you?
Why did you just say a fillet then?
Because that's what he says.
But Christopher, I don't know what a fillet is. Why do they call it a fillet?
Because they pronounce fillet.
Like French?
Yeah.
But is it French? Is it a French word?
I don't know.
That's a good one. That's one for all you at home to work out.
Is fillet French? Is that what you want to know?
Should it be fillet and it's just been lost in translation over the years, or has it been mistranslated from English to French and then back to English again over in America? Fascinating
fillet
stuff.
Sounds rather French as in fillet, or sorry, fillet sounds rather French as in filet mignon, but my own brief experiences.
I don't want to hear about your brief experiences, pal.
Fillet is the term for the cut of meat, whereas fillet would be used for fish. I've also read that one is American English, the other is British English. So I guess it can. So we would say fillet.
It's a real potato tomato moment, Sean. Potato tomato.
I refuse to use that
potato.
For the fact that he is just. Shawnee Mac couldn't be with us tonight because do you want to explain to the people?
He's way up in the mornings.
If this is not the most made up excuse, Sean, can you come to the podcast tonight? I can't. Why? I'm in the mornings. Okay, cool. So he's hiking in the mornings. No. What's he doing in the mornings?
A Potter quiz. Chris.
So if you don't know what the mornings are, it's a mountain range in Ireland.
Is it a mountain range?
It's mountainous. Yeah, it is.
I don't think
people walk the mornings.
I don't think we have a right to call that thing a range.
It's like Yosemite National Park.
It's so not that.
Well, it's our own version of that. You know, look it up. Yeah. It's the Mourns, and he is away there to do a Harry Potter.
Yeah, Potter quiz.
Yeah. Where?
In the mornings, Chris.
I know, but where?
Chris, in the mornings.
And that's why he couldn't be here tonight. I don't think he's away till tomorrow, though.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's got a Potter quiz tonight, then he's away off into the morns to do God knows what. And we'll see if he ever comes back, because them morns, they're like, it's not easy living up there.
It's not. 100%.
To hunt your own fish.
Sorry, D, to get off on that other
fish fillet.
That's a wild tangent that we can't get off on. But
have you? This is the thing I wanted to bring up.
Sorry.
Have you told Barrett Great about Barrett Great yet?
No. Here we go. So if it's obvious, guys are still listening, this is something crazy. There's a doppelganger out there. Yep. I'm pretty sure he's just stealing Garrett Drake's identity. So there's a guy called Garrett Drake that runs this podcast that we listen to.
Yeah, and this podcast that we do.
And there is another guy that I found on Instagram. I didn't find him. He liked our stuff. He started following us.
He found you.
And he is called Barrett Creek. And he looks very fucking similar, D. Like, very similar. And I'm just like, what's going on here? I'm like, does he lead a double life?
What's his name? Barrett?
Barrett Creek, I think. I'll look him up here. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I meant to tell him about this ages ago. Doppelgangers are a weird thing, D. I think everybody in the world is supposed to have one.
Everybody gets one.
Do you have a doppelganger? Have you? No.
How would I know, Chris?
I know.
Like, do you have a doppelganger that you know of?
Yeah, Barrett Creek, Crake. I mean, this guy looks like fuck. I don't know. I mean, he's very artistic, very flared, but I don't know.
Phone near curbed.
He's very.
There are some serious similarities.
You know. He's. I wonder if his obvious even follow him.
That would be weird. Maybe they're brothers.
No,
maybe they're
separated at birth.
Yeah.
Do you ever think you'll meet your doppelganger?
I'm not 100% convinced I have a doppelganger. All right.
I thought
But,
I thought once I met
Probably
mine.
not.
No,
I never met my doppelganger, but I did meet my identical hand twin.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was not interested in the proposition of making many, many millions. That dick.
I love Friends. Speaking of Friends, do you know what's coming to Comedy Central?
Not Friends?
No, it's already on there. Something greater.
It's
not on
The Office.
Yes, the US Office.
Nice.
Do you know what they ran with their promo?
What?
What's the greatest scene in The Office?
Would it be?
Just think about this. Anybody who watches the US Office will know this as the greatest scene in The Office.
The greatest scene.
I think
scenes.
it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best intros I've ever seen to anything. I've watched it multiple times.
Intros.
Yeah, I mean, it's the start of an episode, but it goes on for maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
It's not the one where they do the song and dance.
No, it's brilliant. No.
Oh, okay, it's the fire.
It's the fire.
The fire.
They use the fire. Dwight starts the fire.
Yeah.
Fire training. If you haven't seen it, watch that. It's
Truly
one of the
tremendous.
funniest things I've ever seen. They use that as the promo. It says coming soon. I can't wait.
That's good. It's already on Amazon Prime.
Is it?
It blew my mind.
Do you
what
know
else is on Amazon Prime?
Jack Ryan?
No,
I meant to watch it. I didn't.
I'm tangenting again.
I lied. What's on Amazon Prime?
Scrubs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. I love Scrubs.
I'm watching Scrubs again.
I found the Scrubs soundtrack on Spotify. It gives all the best songs from
awesome.
Scrubs. Really?
Do you remember they complained about Scrubs? The soundtrack on Netflix was not the original.
What?
Apparently, they changed a bunch of songs because of like licensing issues. So far, that is not the case on Amazon Prime, which is good.
What do you mean? Like they took songs that were in the
Yeah,
episodes?
like, you know, like How to Save a Life.
Yeah.
Wasn't in it.
That's like
Yeah.
that's one of the most.
I know. Wasn't in it. Wasn't in it. I think they used Beyonce. I'm joking. I don't think they used Beyonce. I doubt very much. They might have used
Hollaback
Beyonce.
Girl.
I have no
my.
idea what a hollaback girl is, but it's some vow.
We used it. We used Hollaback Girl in our Fallout 4.
Did we?
Yeah, in our
Of course we
Fallout
did.
in the first
I
Fallout.
wonder who edited that one.
I edited both those and I fucking loved them. Our first Fallout 4 Let's Play we did, our character walks into like our settlement and turns on the radio. And the first thing that comes on is Hollaback Girl. It's such a poorly edited video.
They all are.
The second one is much better. You can check those out.
www.xxgaming.
We haven't even done that thing that we do when we go from like the news into.
We don't have a main topic to segue into.
Yeah, there's no point. Let's just keep seguing because I have so much to talk about. D, I got asked this week. I actually asked, why don't we do more podcasts?
We try. And we try to do one a week.
Basically, I put it down to adulting is hard.
I've put it down to you don't try hard enough.
I fucking don't. I never try hard. Adulting is hard.
Oh yeah.
The main thing, the hardest thing I think is like, well, you live in Belfast.
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah.
And we have such conflicting schedules. It's crazy.
That's insane.
It's like when are you free? I'm free like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, cool. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all dates. Are you free Thursday? No, it's my one day. I'm definitely not free. Okay, cool. We'll do Friday. Can we do Friday after 11?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
hard. It's hard working out the old schedule.
But I'm glad to see that people are kind of asking, why don't we do more? Maybe
Won't we try harder?
people want more podcasts.
We get it. You're getting one a week. That's what we're doing.
One a week's a pretty decent.
We're gonna keep doing one a week. I know we missed last week and the week before. That's neither here nor there.
To be fair, I don't see many podcasts, proper podcasts. I don't know, proper podcasts.
No.
I don't see many podcasts that I would definitely listen to that do more than one a week, bar Joe Rogan. And that's only because I think the guest schedule he has is
Just
crazy.
insane. Like,
It's
people are,
literally crazy.
People are queuing to get
Yeah.
onto his podcast.
He does he does 2 a day sometimes.
Don't get me wrong, Chris. They're queuing up for ours too, but we're just not. With
We're just not
Shawnee
ready.
and,
Yeah.
and Sinker. Trying to fit everyone in. It's basically impossible. So, they're just gonna have to wait a while longer until we can work that out. That's some rough stuff, Chris.
It is fucking rough. I don't know if I'm drinking this right.
Yeah.
I got recommended from an old work colleague of mine to have Heineken was actually one of his recommended beers, and then follow it up with a whiskey chaser. Now I always assumed that a chaser was down the hatch.
Not necessarily.
No, not. He said you should never fucking
A lot of
gulp
people.
whiskey.
A lot of people. Well, no, a lot of beer and whiskey companies have combined to make this thing where you take a half and a bottle, and you take big drinks of the beer like so, and you sip on the whiskey, and you drink it like that.
Well, that's what I've been doing tonight. And I tell you, it's going down.
Yeah,
it's making this podcast so much easier to tolerate your bullshit. I'll tell you what.
I get that.
We need to do an episode though, D, where you don't have to drive home,
so I can drink.
100%, and we'll just open up. We'll just open up.
Oh man, that can be a messy, emotional. It's going to be an emotional, sexually charged podcast.
Yes,
that's what's going to be.
I haven't even drawn light to what's happening on the table here today. This book
is this changing your world,
right? No, this one. Well, this one's good. It's great. It's a good read. This is The Art of the Start 2.0 from Guy Kawasaki.
I already have an opinion about this book from what you've just read out there. I don't trust people whose first name is literally Guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's very impersonal to me.
No. Do you know of Guy Fieri?
Oh yeah.
I trust him with my life.
Why?
Because if he recommends food to me, the food critic guy,
yeah,
the spiky hair, always wears the shades back of his head, drives a red.
I thought I knew who he was, but I do not. I was like, oh yeah.
He has the show on the Food Channel, Food Network called Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives.
No.
Terrific show. You should watch it, man. It always makes me hungry. It always came after Man v Food.
Oh.
And it was so good. Anyway, The Art of the Start's fantastic. It's literally aimed at anybody who wants to start anything. That can be from starting a business to literally starting a new routine.
New diet.
Yeah, pretty much. And he is he's pretty good. He used to work for Apple, I think.
Good for him.
Yeah, whenever they first launched the Macintosh way back in the day. So it's a very, very good book. But the other thing that I've had this week, I've been reading, it's called what's it called? The Art of Thinking. Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Mind.
Nice.
Very powerful book.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to teach you something right here tonight.
Okay.
You ready to get deep for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready for that.
Okay. So basically what this book has been telling me to do, not telling me to do, but basically, right, this is how it is, right? This is how it is.
Kill the Taiwanese Prime Minister.
My God. Have you read it? We should do a book club. Right, so basically, you cannot have a feeling without a thought. Okay? So let that sink in first of all. You cannot have a feeling without a thought. If I tell you to feel happy, you cannot feel happy
without thinking first.
Without thinking of something first. Okay. Or likewise, if I said feel sad, you cannot feel sad without thinking of something. Okay? But you yourself are 100% in control of your thoughts. Okay? So therefore, you are in control of how you feel.
Okay.
Now we as human beings literally cannot get our heads around this, but if we could, the power that we'd have in our own minds is crazy, because we could ultimately, and this is what it's teaching you to do in any situation where you're getting stressed, frustrated. Now it looks at the negative side more often, because that's as humans we tend to
you don't want to try and not feel happy, like
exactly. But if you're having like a kind of shitty thought or whatever, or a shitty day, you kind of just need to go, right, hang on, let's just take 5 seconds, let's just step back. I am in control of what I'm thinking here. So if I'm stressed, why am I stressed? It's because I'm thinking of something. So let's take that thought and let's just fucking bin it. And let's think of something else. And that's what the book is teaching you to do. And it's fucking crazy. Now before when I would have read this shit, I was just like, oh my God, this is another one of those, like The Secret or whatever. But to be fair, lad, I've been trying to practice it a little bit. Yeah. It's pretty good.
I feel like that's a very hard thing to do.
Very
probably
hard.
Definitely need the book.
Very hard. But I tell you what, the past 2 weeks
help you through it
at work.
Yeah.
I've been on fire.
Oh yeah?
I've been pretty fucking on fire.
I've
been in great. I've been in good moods. I've been like, if like, I don't know, it's not even something's getting to me, because not much is getting to me at the minute. But if I'm like, oh my God, I'm just frustrated about something, I'm just like, right, hang on, let's just take 5 seconds. Let's just think about this. Why am I frustrated? It's because of this thought. Right. Let's just end this thought right here and let's move on. And it's done. That's it. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you can get your head around that, it's a pretty, like, we have like ultimate power, because we control our thoughts. We control how we feel. It's pretty cool.
Is it not good though to sometimes to not control your thoughts and just let it flow over you?
I don't know. Maybe like, sometimes, but I mean, it can. Well,
what do you call it? Like
catharticism.
Yeah,
like cathartic
like,
thought. Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I mean, it could
a punching bag.
But this is the thing. It's easy. It's very easy to see how some people can basically like slip down a rabbit hole of negative thoughts this way. Yeah. Like, oh shit, this is bad. this is bad, so I feel sad, and I feel sad because this is bad, and then oh shit, I feel sad, and then
this
it just keeps going and going.
Mm.
Whereas if you taught yourself to kind of just go, hang on a minute, let's just take it away. So it's very good. Okay, that's enough of the deep talk, because we don't do that in this podcast. That's it, we're done. But very good book, highly recommend it.
What's it called again?
Change Your Mind. No, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Mind by James Borg, I think it is.
That's a cool name.
James Borg, yeah, very, very cool. I also got another book delivered to me today, and I'm really interested in reading this, and I'm going to tell you for why. It came from a guy who used to work for Disney. I put it up in my story. And the name of the book is 10 Common Sense Leadership Strategies from a Life at Disney.
Awesome.
Yeah. Creating Magic, based upon the principles taught at the world-renowned Disney Institute.
Creating Magic.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Very, very cool. It's very Disney-like, isn't it?
It's very Disney-esque, Chris.
Yeah, so I can't wait to read that too. I'm doing a lot of reading at the minute.
That's good. Yeah, reading is good form.
I don't even know how I get onto this. I think it's because you said something about Sinker. I met Sinker during the week. Last week. Was it last week? I met Sinker last week, I think. Yeah. I went to we went to Portadown.
Ah,
of all places.
Lovely.
We grabbed a coffee at Bob and Borg's. No.
Bob and Bert's?
Bob and Bert's. That's the name. We grabbed a coffee at Bob.
Is it exclusively coffee?
Bert's. No. This is a weird thing. It's definitely not coffee.
Oh.
It's food. It's hot dogs. It's like pastries. I think I met them on like a Tuesday, and they were like, it was the day like the storm was kind of passing over us. Remember the storm like America had hit with, and then we got like the aftermath. That's what it was. I met them that day. We grabbed my first pumpkin spiced latte of the season.
Oh yes,
it's pretty good.
Apparently those are all the rage.
Well, I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah,
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
You're a coffee drinker. So
I'm a coffee.
Anyone's gonna like it. It's gonna be you.
I do enjoy coffee. I enjoyed it, but me and flavors in coffee. I just like the flavor of coffee, so just give me a good tasting coffee.
You're an addict for the crack that is coffee.
I love coffee, D. You still haven't got onto it, have you?
Fuck's not gonna happen.
It has to happen.
I don't think it does though.
Are you drinking any more tea or?
Very vanilla.
Fuck, you gotta drink tea. I'm drinking
tea.
I'm drinking a lavender tea before bed. It's like lavender and something to help with like
chamomile or something.
It's supposed to I don't know, like relaxing properties. I don't fucking think it
puts you to sleep.
I think any hot beverage before bed would do that.
I'm just drinking my green tea, Chris. Just drinking my green tea. Had a cup of tea today.
I'm real excited you got on to green tea.
Out of a vending machine.
Green tea out of a vending machine?
No, regular tea. No sugar.
How is that?
It's actually good. It's really good.
My new boss is very English and drinks a lot of tea when we would drink coffee. I don't like it.
Why not?
Because I like coffee drinkers. But coffee is professional.
To each their own. That is a lie. That is that is what Big Coffee wants you to think.
The smell of coffee is so professional.
No, it's not.
It is.
I would be actively put off with the smell of coffee.
No. Would you?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I love it. I think it's class. It reminds me of like teachers and like even when you go to the doctors, they're drinking coffee and they're professionals.
Yeah, but
I love coffee.
I'm a professional. I drink tea.
Fucking love coffee. That's another thing.
When this podcast, Chris, what do we used to always do before we started a podcast?
We used to get
a cup of tea.
Our coffee. I never drank tea.
Christopher.
I never drank tea.
Christopher.
Before the podcast.
You had occasional teas.
Oh, what, like flavored teas? Yeah, not like Irish or English tea.
Breakfast.
An English brew.
Breakfast tea.
No, don't like that tea. Don't like it at all. I just don't like putting milk into things.
Well, you see, this is the thing, Chris.
Not even coffee.
See? Yeah. You don't like tea.
Give and take.
I don't like coffee.
I'm going to get you on to coffee. I know I am.
I'm going to get you on to tea.
Why don't we do more podcasts? Adulting is hard. No half measures. Yeah, that's the other thing. If we're going to go the whole way to Atlanta for a steakhouse, we are going to Seattle for a coffee house. There's one over there called
I'm sure there's one in Atlanta too.
No, Seattle's the home of coffee. That's where Starbucks started, man.
I know, yeah.
It's not Starbucks.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're a coffee purist, I would imagine. And is Starbucks not the thing that has diluted coffee into like the mainstream flavorless do you call it there? Homogenistic, brandless, empty
To be
vassal
fair,
of
right,
what
to be
coffee
fair,
once
to be
was.
fair, yeah.
Coffee drinkers around the world, Chris, they mourn coffee because of what Starbucks has done. There's one in every corner, Chris. You can't escape what Starbucks is. It is a parasite that has got its claws into society and will not let go until it has exhausted the host, Chris, until coffee is no more. That's what Starbucks is.
Do you know how good that sounded through these fucking headphones? No, I've done.
No, I like Starbucks.
I like Starbucks. I've done a lot of research actually on Starbucks and just kind of like their
Apparently, they had a very successful rebrand. They were not doing too good a while ago.
They are apparently one of the best companies you can work for because
Is that right?
yeah. They apparently treat their employees like fucking really, really well. They put equally as much money into training and updating their employees as they do into like their other ventures and things. And I don't know. I mean, I talked to Sinker about this. He works for Starbucks, obviously. I think it's a regional thing. To be fair, I think like you got to be in like the big Starbucks, you know, to. Not saying that like he's treated poorly or anything. God no.
Yeah. But I think like in Seattle,
he's good at the job.
They're very good to Seattle.
That's what I mean. I think like American. Although Costa's bigger than Starbucks in the UK last year.
I've heard bad things about Costa.
I like
their
Costa.
work practices.
I don't like Costa. Why? What about them?
They're just not great. They've expanded very quickly, and that comes with.
That's it. I think. Yeah. I think. There's more of an emphasis on expansion than quality.
Keeping on the tangent of Seattle. Did you hear about? I think it's Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft, died. Succumbed to cancer recently. He was a big thing for Seattle and for Washington State. He like bought like the local soccer team, pumped money into like all the sports.
What age was he?
Like 60s.
Fuck.
Yeah, young, like multi-billionaire, but you know, one didn't save you. Like
that's crazy.
Comes to get you.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, is it Paul Allen? I hope it's Paul Allen. He was like the reason Microsoft existed and exists.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There you go. The lesser known half of Microsoft. What was the other thing?
I was actually just thinking last week. Remember last week we talked about shower thoughts with Shani Mac, or 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
And we talked about how Google just got somebody to drive down the road.
Every road, not the road.
And then you actually mentioned on podcast like just like how Google hit like its like peak, its supremacy of power. Like Google's a fucking powerful company.
They do what they want.
And this started in the garage, like.
Yeah, there you have it.
2 guys. Just podcast in the garage.
This is how it begins. Send us all your data.
Do you know
we could be Google.
Data protection is like got crazy nowadays.
Yeah.
Like you can't take shit from people no more.
The GDPR, Chris.
Yeah.
The general data protection.
Yeah. You can't take shit from people no more. We're not even allowed in work. We're not allowed to take CVs from people.
Oh no. Yeah.
All online.
It's because like some shady business was going on there. Like people's information. Like, do you know whatever you signed up for? Like, say you got a Domino's and you put your like email address in. Like, you like had to jump through some serious hoops in order for them not to sell that on to like people who would just ring you up. You know, like all that shit, like cold calling and stuff.
Who would then contact like Domino's and say, "Can we have this information?"
I don't know if they'd contact, but like there'd be like Domino's would be like advertising, "Oh, we have information for sale," shit like that.
Holy shit.
Oh,
that's brutal.
It was all happening, Chris.
That's madness.
Thankfully, Domino's have forgone their evil ways, and now they just make delicious pizza.
Yeah. I had a Domino's last Sunday, man.
Get double cheese from now on, Chris.
Man, what have I always told you? I always get double cheese.
I'm gonna get it from now on.
It's so fucking good. Yeah. I literally inhaled my Domino's last Sunday. Like, inhaled it. Like, I swear to God, I don't think I've ever had a pizza as quick. I got Italian-based New Yorker double cheese. Thing was gone in about 5 minutes. Large.
That's good form, though. That's good form.
Just folding up the slices, putting them down.
So you're supposed to eat pizza, man.
So good.
People who savor pizza, idiots.
Once it hits your lips. Who savors pizza?
I don't know. You just eat that thing. You cram it into your mouth.
I'd love to try a good calzone.
A colzene.
D. Do you know that I did an unintentional 10-hour fast at work, water fast?
Good man.
Yeah. I was so busy I couldn't eat. So I did a 10-hour. Actually, it was more than 10 hours.
I did this week as well.
Intentionally?
Today, actually.
Intentionally?
Kind of, not really.
Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So last night when I was driving Laura home, I got a flat tire.
Oh no!
at like half 12, and because I was only running over the road, I hadn't bothered properly dressing, so I was wearing like
I was wearing nothing.
pajama bottoms,
Yeah,
and like a hoodie.
Oh,
And my
no.
fucking tire has went out completely flat. Pulled over on the side of the road, got the spur, spent about 15 minutes putting this fucking thing on.
This little donut wheel.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely
God.
raging. But and then I was just annoyed because that meant I couldn't drive anywhere. So then today I had to forego lunch to go back home and get the car, 2 new tires and all. Oh god. So I didn't eat until I last ate last night at like 9ish or 10ish.
Yeah.
And then I ate again today at 5.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so that's a pretty decent fast.
That's better than what I did.
Boom.
Mine doesn't sound
Roasted.
Let's tangent a little bit because it's what we do. What we do. Whenever you say you got the flat wheel, it just reminded me. Do you remember the last time we did a LAN party here?
Yes.
And Frank
McBride
McBride joined us, and he didn't realize, but when he pulled up to the house, there was like obviously a slow puncture.
Yep.
So he spent all day inside playing games, and then it came to the evening, and he had to leave, and went out to his car, and the wheel was. But do you remember
She was flat. Like.
But do you remember trying to get that wheel off?
Yeah.
How tight that was?
Yeah.
Holy, like we were jumping on
Yeah.
the what do you call that? Like the axle, not the what
What?
do you call that thing? Like the wheel, not the brace. What do you call the thing that like takes the nuts and bolts off?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, I can't think. Wheel brace. Yeah.
Wheel brace. We were jumping on that trying to get the nuts off.
Yeah. We got the nuts off. It was getting the wheel off.
Was it? Is that what it was?
Because it was kind of like it was so tight.
I remember we
and
got
there
my
was, like,
dad to
rust
come out and
going
hit
on
it with a fucking sledgehammer.
Your dad had to hit it with the back of an axe.
A back of an
Yeah, I remember
axe.
that well.
Boy.
And then that just like knocked it off, and we got it then.
Holy shit, that
It's
was
good
crazy.
crack.
I don't know how that story just came to my
It was a
head.
good trip.
I love stories.
Oh, because I love just going off on tangents.
I did not intentionally fast. I was at work, and obviously with Halloween being such the time that it is in retail, we got to sell as much Halloween shit as we possibly can. Basically, so I volunteered to go down onto like the kind of first aisle in our store where it's like, you know, the peak kind of seasonal kind of stock, and I was like, I'll take member staff down here and we'll redo this area. We'll do it all nice and we'll get it all. And it ended up taking a lot longer than I had expected because the staff member hadn't done anything like this before. So I ended up doing a lot of it. It was a big task. And then halfway through it, my area manager was down in the store, and she wanted to have a meeting with all the management, called us all in. I was like, I haven't ate. So the only thing I had was a Monster. On an empty stomach, fucking just
Straight to the head, but
oh my god, straight to the head. Everything she was saying, like I was seeing,
it was like, sure.
I think she was at one point. We were talking about. It was actually really interesting. She was talking about Toyota, and about
the car.
their actual work. What do you call it? Like their not their plan, like their premises. Like they invite companies in. Do you know Toyota invite companies in to like walk their factory and see how efficient and how well they do things?
Really?
Yeah. They let like the competition come in just
Japanese,
to see,
man,
because they
I'm telling
know that nobody's going to catch them, and
Yeah.
they're so superior in what
But
they do.
people go in
It's
there
called
to
the
learn.
Toyota way. The Toyota way is what it's called. And one of the first things on it is visualization. That's the point she was trying to make. Visualization. And they allow companies,
Visualize and attack. Visualize.
they
and
allow
attack.
people to come in and basically look at what they're doing, and because they just know no one's going to fucking catch us. The best built cars in the world, apparently. Remember a couple of years ago though, they were all breaking down.
Not really.
Remember that the Toyota had like a crisis with like I think it was either one of their cars or something, and
All
a
I
load of
know
them were
is-
breaking down.
All I know is that a Toyota Corolla will never stop running. You can bust that car up any way you want,
The old school
but
Toyota
that engine will
Corollas,
not
my
stop
God.
running.
Yeah, I don't know
Probably.
very much about cars, but I know if I had to have one that would last me a lifetime, probably be a Nissan Micra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about this the other day. I was like, I would get a very pedestrian car. I could get a Volvo
A Volvo.
or a Skoda, a Scandinavian car.
Why a Scandinavian car?
Because they're not like BMWs, Chris. You won't make any presumptions about someone who drives a Skoda, I don't think.
My dad drives a Skoda.
There you go. You know, just
Do you
it's
make
kinda-
any presumptions about him?
No, you don't make any presumptions about people who drive Skodas.
All right.
If you drive a BMW or an Audi, everyone's got an opinion.
True.
know?
True.
If you see like a little like a Micra or a Corsa or an Astra, you
That's the
kind of
thing,
have that's like a young person's car.
Let's just rewind it back a bit, D, because this is all about changing your thinking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So you just gotta think. No, maybe they just worked hard. They just want a real nice car.
Oh yeah, I can do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm
Most times,
whenever I'm
yeah,
frustrated
sorry.
on the road, it's like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That BMW has cut me
I'm
off.
the same.
No, but Chris, this is just a fact of life. You have
Yeah.
to acknowledge it. It happens. I would drive myself a nice little Skoda or a nice wee Volvo.
I
An
have
unassuming but deadly car.
I have another shout out to do this week. It's to the main man once again. He has celebrated opening 1 year of business this week, which is a fine achievement. I would love for us to be open for 1 year.
We've been open for more than a year, Chris.
I know, but this is a podcast, so
We've been open for business for over 62 episodes.
I know, but we close so much. 1 year of business to the main man, Barber and Grooming up the Newry Road in Armagh, our local city.
I know.
So fucking
It's a
weird.
city, like.
Congratulations to Gavin for that achievement. Well done. It's a fine establishment. We should go and get our haircut together. D.
My sister cut my hair.
D.
That's the truth.
The Swiss stack is back.
Already had one by.
I think I'm the only one out of the group not to have had one.
Yeah,
yet.
you're the one who put it in the group. Yeah.
The Swiss stack is back in McDonald's.
I had one there 2 nights ago.
Was it great?
It was grand.
What?
I think expectations have.
Exceeded you?
Yeah. I think I put too much. I've had too much expectation.
I think you
for
just have to be with me and Sinker when you have one.
I got through the drive-through as well. It wasn't super hot.
Super hot VR.
No, it wasn't super hot VR.
I listened to a very interesting point from It's Obvious during the week as well, Day, and they said that you know with Red Dead Redemption coming out like next week.
Yep.
Do you think that like Project Red, being the company that they are, that they don't want to get like beat in the open world kind of fucking genre? Do you think that they're gonna maybe postpone Cyberpunk so that they can do more work on it after they see what Red Dead has done?
I don't know, maybe.
I thought it was a valid point. I was like, holy shit.
They
maybe
might.
will.
Although I don't think those games are so different. It's going to be difficult to like emulate the things that happen.
They're
in
very
Red Dead.
different games, though.
Yeah, very different. I mean, like, if you take something like what Red Dead is doing, like, I mean, bull testicles are great to have those realistic.
Horse
sorry, I thought
testicles.
they were buffalo, Chris.
Maybe.
Or the Bugalo Rome. But
We're the Bugalo Room. What a
you know,
fantastic
I don't
episode.
think CD Projekt Red are going to focus on that. They're going to be more focused on making a story that can go in numerous different ways and affect your character in lots of different ways. Whereas Red Dead are going to tell a very, very like decided story.
Yeah.
It's a story that you're being told rather than CD Projekt Red is going to be Cyberpunk is going to be a game.
A story that evolves.
Yeah, you make the story.
Yeah.
This is going to be a story told to you through.
I get that. I'm just thinking though, like, I just thought like, holy shit, like that's a big move, you know, for them to kind of be like there's so much expectation and hype with, well, so far with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Imagine they postponed it for the fact that like they see what, like, because I mean, let's face it, Red Dead is going to blow everything out of the water. It is. It's going to be so fucking big.
Listen,
and it's just going to be like, holy shit. And we know it is. It's Rockstar. We know it.
It's going to be an excellent game, but I don't even think I'm going to play it for like a couple of months.
This is the thing, D. Okay.
It's not a game you have to play right now.
Do you want to know what I did? And I made a fucking huge mistake.
What'd you do?
Played Gears of War during the week.
Oh, yes.
This wasn't a mistake. And I was playing Gears of War and I was like, this is good. I'm enjoying this. Played some Horde. Me and Aaron, my brother, we played some Horde and it was fine. I was like, you know what I've been dying to get back into? A massive open world game. Right on the cusp of one of the biggest games that we'll probably see.
Are you playing Skyrim again?
No. I'm playing Breath of the Wild.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fuck, man.
Beautiful.
Game's so good.
So beautiful.
I'm finally giving it the time that it deserves, right on the cusp of Red Dead Redemption. And I'm regretting every second of that, but not every second of playing it.
You weren't even that pumped for Red Dead.
I'm not, but I have to have it.
I have to have you.
It's one of those games that I have to have just so I can talk about it with people. Talk about it, with people. And I can say like, oh yeah, I've played this. I've played one of the.
I played it.
It's like, you know,
Yeah, I beat it. Whatever.
some people weren't
No biggie.
excessively hyped for like God of War Horizon. They still bought it. They still played it. They can still talk about it. That's the way I feel about Red Dead.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
I have to listen to other podcasts and be like, I understand what they're talking about.
I've played that game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I care.
Are you going to pick it up day one?
No.
I might.
When is day one? I don't even know.
This is the thing. I've went all year being like, fuck Red Dead.
Yeah.
And I'll be the guy that picks it up.
And you'll play it. I'll just listen to your opinions on it then before
Maybe, I don't know.
before I buy.
I don't know. I mean, at the minute I'm playing Breath of the Wild. It's a fantastic game.
That's
dude.
excellent.
Such a fucking good game. Anyway, that was my tangent in that one. Guess what, Dee?
What?
We as a company, we as a store hit our hit all bonuses that we had to hit this quarter. So I got an excessive
2 years.
paycheck this week. But you know what
So
the
did
fucking
I.
rough part is?
What?
The tax.
Tax is a biatch.
The tax is a fucking biatch.
I got an excess of money this week as well because I have like 3 months of expenses that I was owed.
Oh,
It's nearly all gone. I had
tax?
No, I had to pay for the stag do.
Yes.
Did you
Can
pay
we
for the
talk
stag
about
do?
that now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy whose wedding it is in the group chat.
Yeah.
I think we can.
He's
talk about
aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I paid it this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can't wait for this though.
I know it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
I had so it was like 100 and something. It's over
180
£100.
pound.
Then I also had to buy a mate of ours as well. I covered him until he can get payday. And then I had to get 2 new tires for my car and get the wheels aligned. So that's another £200.
Yeah.
So I'm basically out of my expenses money.
Serious?
Nah, I still got a right bit amount, but it's just like the rest of the month now I have to spend on that. It's just like, I was gonna buy a Switch, Chris.
Were you?
I was thinking about it. I wanted to splurge on something. Initially, I wanted a new phone, but then like, I'm
Do you need a
kind
new
of happy
phone?
with my phone. Not really. Do I need to switch?
Yes.
Do I though?
I think if you get the Switch,
Do I though?
me and you can become bestest friends.
The best friends.
I
we
think
can
me and
get each
you will-
other's friend codes.
We can
Play on Nintendo Online.
we can take on each other in some races
Yeah, in Mario Kart.
in MK8 Deluxe. And you will be picking up Smash because I will make you pick up Smash. I can't wait for fucking Smash.
You can try.
I've done a lot of gym training this week, but I've taken a step back with that as well.
Pokemon Gym.
Was I telling you? Remember last week I was sick? Remember Shawnee Mac kind of took over with like, oh, I was sick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I was sick, so I took the week off work. I've only got back into it this week, D, and I've just kind of went, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna rep test this week.
Yeah.
And all week I've just been like,
Rep test.
let's just put a load of weight in the bar and let's just see how far we can go.
I'm the same
It's great.
all week.
It's great.
Rep
I've
testing.
done 2 bouts of 1 hour yoga this week as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Can you do a bout of yoga?
I don't know.
Seems like the wrong.
Is that the
yeah.
right phrase? I mean, I'm calling it yoga because I looked up a beginner's guide to yoga. I learned the poses or whatever you got to do, the stretches.
Downward dog.
I mean, to be honest, I'm just doing a lot of stretching. I talked to you about this before.
Yeah. It's all about the stretches.
So good.
Let's
I feel
talk
so
about stretch,
fucking
baby.
loose. I feel so good.
That's good, Chris. I'm glad that you feel good.
Like I walk like 25,000 steps a day.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I drove
I do a lot of walking, so it
25,000 steps.
it helps that I'm quite limber.
Limber up always, Chris.
Uh-huh.
It's rule number 17, I think it is.
Yeah.
In the zombie
I don't know.
survival
I just
guide.
think it's very good. That's very good.
This is it.
Training's good. That's good. I have something else to mention. Let's get back onto the. This also came from Ask IOG as well, and it kind of got me thinking. We should just do a podcast based on It's Obvious podcast. We should rate their podcast.
So it's the Empty Promise, It's Obvious podcast.
Someday we're going to team up with them and do a pretty decent podcast.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the fucking best day. That was one of the reasons we started this, because we started listening to them years ago.
The IOG podcast.
So good. They do such good work. Hashtag not fanboys. Anyway, they talked about how many good games over the years have got like collections brought back out. So, for example, the Nathan Drake collection.
Yeah.
Shit, now I can't think of it. So BioShock had one, the BioShock collection. Arkham.
Got it.
Why has Mass Effect not got a collection?
Because they were trying to make new games.
Yeah.
That hasn't panned out.
I thought about this, D, and I've played the first Mass Effect for like a couple of hours, and it was good.
Yeah, it's great.
But
Actually.
I think if a collection came out now, I would jump on that purely based on what you've told me about the games.
Yeah, if they brought out all 3 games on the engine of like Andromeda or like 3, kind of like a merge of that engine, it would be awesome.
Fuck.
I love that series so much.
I know you do.
I love it so hard.
Do you know what was another game
so
you got me playing years and years ago? I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember Red Faction? Gorilla?
Yeah. You could destroy everything.
Was it Red Faction or Red Fraction?
Red Faction.
I feel that because you could destroy everything, it would have been better being called Red Fraction.
Like Fracture.
Like Fracture.
Well, it wasn't, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am incredibly grateful for your collaboration with this podcast.
Oh yeah, we've got a question from the community.
Yeah, Chris. We do actually. Yeah. Let me get it.
We got a question from our collaborators.
The day we get a question from like another podcast, like the Best Darn Diddly.
Yeah.
Or from
it's obvious.
It's obvious. That'd be pretty awesome.
Have we mentioned them before? We listened to that.
Okay, so our question this week, I'm not going to say who it comes from. It's an awesome question. Red Dead 2 or Fallout 76?
Red Dead 2.
Yeah?
I mean, Fallout 76 looks okay, but it's like...
Okay, let's break this down a bit.
Christopher.
First of all, what out of the 2 would you buy first? What is your pick out of the 2?
Red Dead. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
My next question was, what do you think will be a better game?
Red Dead.
Fuck.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
To be fair, lad, out of the 2, I would pick Fallout 76 purely, but you know my opinions on Rockstar.
Christopher, hell is other people, and that's all that Fallout 76 is.
Hell is other people?
Yeah.
Where did I hear that before?
Some quote. That's a quote. You have to look it up, but it's definitely a quote.
Hell is other people.
Yeah.
Hell was full, so I came back.
But yeah, like Fallout 76 could be great, but it's so dependent on other people. You can ask Jim Sinker about what he thought of Sea of Thieves, like, for example. Like, it's so dependent
if
on
we
the
had
people
another
you're playing
quarter-inch lead.
Yeah?
If we had another quarter-inch, like, meal-to-meal fucking... I don't know what that
You're all about
called.
that meal-to-meal, aren't you?
We could plug the iRig in, and we could phone Jim Sinker, and we could get his opinion.
But we don't.
But instead, we're listening to our own voices through headphones. And they're so good.
That feels
so good. I personally think, obviously, Red Dead will be a much better game. Hands down. But me personally... I would purchase 76 quicker, purely for the fact that I'm not blown away by Rockstar games. I don't know why. I know this is probably blasphemy to a whole lot of the community, because like Rockstar do fucking amazing things.
Well, they do, yeah.
But I'm just never sold on GTA, you know?
Which I'm so shocked by, because like really seems like your type of game.
Vice City. Why does it feel like my type of game? Vice City, I love.
That's why.
And that's it. That's it.
No, yeah, I think it's got to be Red Dead Redemption for me, just solely because I'm not looking forward to this multiplayer thing in Fallout.
Yeah.
But apparently it does the multiplayer thing right, just doesn't do the Fallout parts right.
I was talking to a guy at work as well, and he said he's considering, so he's pre-ordered the PC version, but he's considering pre-ordering the Xbox version to get the codes to play early access, and then cancelling the pre-order. So you can play it 2 weeks early.
I don't know if they'll give you.
I think so. I think you get it. I think that's the point. Yeah. Imagine being able to play it 2 weeks early. I mean, that's going to benefit you in
yeah, and they did
loads of ways.
They announced that you're going to keep all your progress.
Yeah, exactly.
In the beta, which is mad. Like, it's not really a beta; it's just a kind of early access.
Early access, yeah.
There's bullshit. Come here, Chris. Did we get 2 actresses?
Oh shit, we did actually.
Let's hit this up. Let's pleasure Shawnee Mac up in the morns. You know, he only gets radio signal because apparently this is a radio show. So he's listening to this live, even though it's not live.
I got asked. I was telling you right before we went on. Were we live?
Oh no, I got the clicky.
I got asked. Were we live? Were we live on podcast? Yeah,
we are live.
We are live on podcast, but we're not actually live.
You just can't listen. Live.
I'd love to go live. Yeah. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll just go live.
Today we have to get from Jeremy Irons to Kevin Hart.
Who the fuck's Jeremy Irons?
Jeremy Irons is, the real boring guy and Family Guy. My name's Jeremy Irons. I promote this cereal. There's nothing more in the box.
But is there a film he's in that we can work with?
Jeremy Irons is in. I'll give you the. I'll tell you what. I'll just show you the actor, and then.
Is he the Alfred in Batman versus Superman? Is that Jeremy Irons?
Is he?
I don't know. That's who I'm thinking of.
Jeremy Irons. He's a British actor.
Is he that one? Is he that British actor? What I just said?
I don't know. And now I'm waiting for signal.
Because otherwise, I'm so frigged.
I guess while we're waiting, I may as well do the thing.
Do the thing, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on what is episode 62 of the podcast. As always, we appreciate so very, very much your what do you call this? Like your dedication?
Yeah.
Dedication to the podcast.
Yeah, you know, the thing.
And hearing during the week that we were slipping into so many more households all over the world, I guess.
Slipping in just doesn't seem like the right way
You've
to enter a household, does it?
You've got such a naughty mind.
Slipping in using the magic
but it's
wand.
great to hear that we're seeping into
It's even worse.
it's not great, is it?
We're seeping in
Into plenty of hearts and minds around the country. Thank you very much for joining us on episode 62. Remember, you can find all the previous podcasts over at youtube.com/X8Gaming.
Oh, yes.
That is the umbrella that we operate under.
The Umbrella
X8.
Corporation.
It was X8 Gaming at the start. The podcast is the Empty Promise podcast because we wanted to separate ourselves from the jackasses over at X8 Gaming.
Sinker. And co.
No, but seriously, thank you very much for joining us. Remember, you can find this podcast and all the previous podcasts there. And if that's no good and you want to take us on the go, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, any podcast hosting service, Google Podcasts.
All the good ones. We're in all the good ones.
You will literally find us there, except for SoundCloud, which is the one that I know a lot of you probably use and we just don't give you.
No. The reason we're not on...
It's so dear.
The reason, yeah, it's too expensive.
Audio Boom as well, because you can actually...
Yeah, you can go with Audio Boom.
Yeah.
Audio Boom is a thing.
It was them that pushed us on to...
Spotify is the best one.
Oh, Spotify is so good.
You hop on Spotify, hey, and you just listen away. You listen away to your heart's content. No stopping you.
That has got a
Absolutely
hell of a
no
lot
stopping.
smoother as the drinks have went on.
Yeah. How many of those did you have?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Just a wee sip. Come here, Chris. I'm going to go ahead and
This is
assume
loading.
that Jeremy Irons is the Alfred from Batman vs Superman. That
I
gives us one film.
I can't even picture him. So let's
To
go Ben
start with.
Affleck.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah.
we have to get from Ben Affleck to
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
I mean, that should be doable, right?
So if we can just get from Ben Affleck to...
Will Ferrell, I'm thinking.
I was going to say The Rock.
Yeah, or The Rock. That should be easy, right?
Ben Affleck to The Rock.
Ben Affleck to Matt Damon in a Good Will Hunting, right?
Matt Damon to Will Ferrell in
what?
Matt Damon. What did I say? Matt Damon to...
You said Will Ferrell.
Matt Damon. Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking of someone different.
We got Matt Damon. We got from Matt Damon to like a bunch of other ones before. He's in everything.
Are we on Matt Damon at the minute?
Yeah.
And we have to get to who?
We're gonna go to Kevin Hart. We're thinking through The Rock or through Will Ferrell.
Matt Damon to Kevin.
Oh, I got it. So Matt Damon to what do you call him? What do you call that son of a bitch? Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah.
What are they? They're in something together.
Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in Matt Damon.
Right? Bound to be.
Oh no. We could go Matt Damon to our boy McConaughey.
Or anyone in Ocean's
Murphy's
11.
Law. Anyone? Yeah,
In
there's
Ocean's
your link
11.
to Brad Pitt to George Clooney. Let's go Brad Pitt because he's in a lot of
Brad
shit.
Pitt's in a lot of stuff. Is Brad Pitt in anything with Will Ferrell or The Rock? The Rock always comes up in these. Have you noticed that?
He's such a
Yeah.
he's so good.
So
He's
does Will
so
Ferrell,
good.
actually.
I'm trying to think of what he could be in. I'm trying to think. The one time I can't get fucking signal in here.
Jeremy Irons, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Matt Damon is in...
Matt Damon is in...
Let's just go Oceans.
I mean, Matt Damon's in a lot of movies.
Let's go Oceans with what do you call that, Chris? What do you call that guy who was in No Pain No Gain? The black guy in it.
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, who's in
Civil War.
Civil War, right? But he's also in the Avengers with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
Who-
Robert Downey Jr. is also in Sherlock Holmes with Jude Law.
Yeah, no,
Who's
no,
also
I had
in
it.
Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks.
I had it from
Did you actually have it?
Oceans. Yeah, Oceans. What do you call him? So Ocean's 11 with Matt Damon to oh my god, I can't think of his name. He's in Iron Man. He's the black guy in Iron Man.
I don't think Jeremy Irons is in. Oh no, he is Batman v Superman. Yeah, of course he is. He's also in the Lion. The Lion.
Chris, what do you call the dude in Iron Man?
Who?
In Iron Man 2.
Mickey
guy.
Rourke. Oh, Iron Man 2.
He's so famous.
Who's also in no, who?
He's so famous. He's in like all the Avengers films then as well.
Iron Man 2? Anthony Mackie.
No. Oh my god, I'm
Iron Man 2?
killing myself here. Can't think of his name.
Is it the guy who's also in Oceans, the British guy?
Yeah. Really, really, really popular actor, and I cannot think of his name. It's pissing me off so much. Well, we got that dude, and if you get to that dude, then you get to Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Mackie, to Pain Again, to The Rock, to Kevin Hart. God, what is his name? I'm so annoyed I cannot think of his name.
I'm trying to find him here.
Google Iron Man 2.
IMDb.
Iron Man 2.
Terrible. We're so bad at this game.
Iron Man 2, Chris. Search it.
Iron Man 2. You
Yeah.
want me to search it?
This will do it. Once you get Iron Man 2, we're done.
Are you sure?
His name's going to pop right up. Yep. His name's going to pop right up, and we've done it.
I need to know the guy you're talking about.
You'll know him as soon as you see him.
Oh, Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. There you
Samuel
go.
L. is also there as well.
Yeah, well, I got it. If you go, so if we start with Jeremy Irons, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, to Don Cheadle in Oceans, to Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man 2. Or you could probably jump, if you go to Captain America Civil War, you can go straight from Don Cheadle to Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
And then you go Anthony Mackie to Dwayne The Rock Johnson in Pain and Gain, to Kevin Hart in Central Intelligence. Or what do you call that film with them in it? Yeah, Central Intelligence.
Yeah, it is Central Intelligence. Yeah.
There you go, Sean. So how could I not think of Don Cheadle? Like, so fucking popular.
I honestly wouldn't have known that guy's name.
That's like 6 or 7.
I was honestly lost at Ocean's 11. I was trying to think of how much I didn't enjoy Ocean's 12. Ocean's 12 is so shit.
I'm gonna write this down by all their first names. It's strange to talk about famous people by their first name, Chris.
I had a couple of rants I wanted to talk about in this podcast, eh?
Jeremy, Ben, Matt, Don, Anthony. I call him Ant. To Robert. Oh no. From Ant to Dwayne to Kev. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get it in 7. 7's a good number.
He'll write back to us and be like, "Oh yeah, a guy at work did it on like 1."
Yeah, and we'd be like, no one cares. He didn't do it live on podcast.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Live on the air.
Right, listen to me, D. I had 2 rants that I wanted to get through tonight.
Just something to me.
I don't know if I even have the energy to rant anymore. DPD fucked us over big time
With this.
with that. So I ordered that three weeks ago with next day delivery. I'm paid for next day delivery. DPD came to the house. I left specific instructions if no one was at the house to leave it in the shed. They drove back to Portadown with it. And they left it there. And I continued to order it through DPD's website for next, to get sent back out and delivery.
Re-deliver.
And they kept saying, yeah, it's out for delivery. And it wasn't. So I contacted the actual seller on Amazon. And I was like, listen, this is what's happening. DPD are fucking me over. And I think I may be considering a refund. Is there anything you can do to kind of help us out? And they were like, right, let us get in contact with them. They got in contact and then got back to me and was like, yeah, DPD have posted it back to England.
That's good. That's smart. It's an efficient system they have going there.
You don't know how fucking annoyed I was at that. And because I wanted it so bad just to see.
To do this.
Yeah. So I was like, right, I'll tell you what, this is so shit. I was like, I'm not even going to buy it again. Once it gets back to you or wherever it has to get to in England, can you just repost it to me? And we'll try this one more time. And they were like, yeah, sure. So DPD, again, 2 days later, they were like, it's out for delivery. It'll be there within a couple of days. So I think this was Friday. Monday came along. DPD pull up at the house, right?
Were you here?
Everyone's fucking in the house except for me. I'm at work, right? Do you know what he did?
What do you do, Chris?
Didn't even get the package. Just put a slip through the door saying, you weren't here, so we took it back.
They do that. They're so bad.
Was literally fuming because Aaron wrote to me. My brother wrote to me. He was like, I was looking out the window, and the guy was in the van. He was like, he just put a slip through the door and said you weren't here. He goes, he knocked the door once.
That's ridiculous.
And he was like, I was like, are you serious? So I literally took a picture of the slip, sent it back to I think it's called the music store, and was like, look at this is what's happened. This is I give out to them.
It's
basically.
not acceptable. Like.
And they were like, okay, we will get in contact with DPD. Next day, anyway, it came, which was only like yesterday, I think, or the day before. But still, 3 weeks with next day delivery. 3 fucking weeks.
Did you get your next day delivery refunded?
No, I didn't know.
Those sons of
We
bitches.
still have it now, though. So, you know.
At least it's here.
Let bygones be bygones, I guess. But, I mean, next day delivery is pissing me off so fucking much.
You have no luck with that at all. Like.
No. Even with games.
I know, yeah.
It's so bad. My other ranty this week was that Sunday retail, so working in retail on a Sunday should be illegal.
Really?
For obvious reasons.
Why?
Yeah. It's the worst. In the UK, they have this trading law for 5 hours of trading. That's all you're allowed in the UK on a Sunday.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I don't think it is because you have 24-hour shops over in. It's here. You can't do 24 hours on a Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it only here in Ireland?
That's what in Northern Ireland.
Oh, maybe it is. Well, I know in England that they operate from like 10
It might be in England
to like
as well,
3 or like 11 to 4. Now here we tend to operate 1 to 6.
Yeah.
Nowhere fucking opens on a Sunday to 1 o'clock, which is beyond me. But working in obviously home bargains, like you get queues of people at 12:30.
Yeah.
Like I mean hordes of people do.
Well, this is the thing, Chris. If
you can literally get nothing done.
If you had a standard working day on a Sunday, you wouldn't get that because people would spread out their visits across the day. See, Northern Ireland is I think it's the only part of the UK where you can put up on the front of your shop. You can say that's a 24-hour shop, and you close at 6 on a Sunday.
That pissed me off once very, very much because I said, who was it? It must have been Aisling then. I thought it was with you that we went down to Sunday. No, it must have been Aisling. And we drove down on the Sunday to Tesco or Asda, I think. It was like 24 hours. Drove down, I think it was like, I don't know what time it was on Sunday, closed.
Yeah. They're open 1 to 6 is the standard. And you're like, why? How can you put 24-hour up on the wall if you're not 24
7 days,
hours?
24 hours. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Like,
I don't know. There were 2 rants. I thought I was going to go a lot further with them this week, D. I just don't have the energy. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to bring up in this podcast? It's been a tangent kind of podcast. It's 5 to 10.
You know what it has been, Chris? It's been an empty podcast. There's been no main topic. So we have just.
Do you know what? I've loved it so much, though.
Just bounced.
Have you not enjoyed this?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it a fair amount.
Yeah. I've loved it. I've loved being back here. I love being with you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be
Got
here.
an itch in my inner thigh at the minute.
Yeah, on my my quadrilateral joint, I got a bad burn.
What are your plans for over the weekend? Have you got any plans?
Up in there. Yeah, we're having Christmas dinner.
That's class.
We're having Christmas dinner on
so
Saturday.
Cool.
Because Louise is going back to Australia.
I seen Louise and Kenny.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're going back to Australia?
Yeah, they're going back to Australia Monday.
What?
I know. So we're having Christmas dinner early.
I'll talk to you about this post podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're having Christmas dinner now.
I seen
Saturday.
Them. They came into the store.
Into HB?
Yep.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Tatey.
They're going back to Australia?
Heading back up. Heading back down.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a big move.
I know, yeah. Big move.
Wow.
So that's happening.
That's literally crazy. Are they citizens?
No, I don't think so. But they've got their visas and shit.
That's wow.
It's wild, isn't it?
Are you sad?
Oh, I'm sad, yeah. I'm sad. But
I
don't want to go to Australia. I want them to just not go. They're all like, you can come over and visit, and I'm like, Australia? Really? Would you go to Australia?
If you want to plan like a trip to Australia, I'd be down for that.
I know who to go to.
I could seek some like extended leave off work.
We'd do Australia.
We could do Australia.
I don't want to go to Australia. I'd rather go to New Zealand.
Neither do I. I have an ex-colleague who works in Australia at the minute, and I like him to be back working at my store.
That would be good.
That would be great. But like, I don't want to go to Australia to visit him. No. I don't want to go to Australia to visit anybody.
I don't want to go Australia full stop.
No, I think
I want to go. If I was gonna meet them, I would say I'm gonna go to New Zealand. You meet me there.
Do you know why I go to New Zealand?
Well, I'll have a holiday.
Do you know why I go to New Zealand?
For the Lord of the Rings sets.
The Lord of the Rings tour.
Yeah.
That's why I go to New Zealand. Not for the rugby.
Go down to Auckland.
Not for the scenery. Go down to
Auckland.
Auckland. Do you know there's there's New Zealand and Old New Zealand. Did you know that?
There's Zealand and New Zealand.
Did you know that though? It's like split like directly in half. I think
it's like two islands nearly.
It's like the north, I think, is like where they shot all of the like Lord of the Rings. It's like the not hospitable, but it's like
the barren lands of New Zealand.
Pretty much. It's like the there's just nothing there. And then the south is like the not the capital, but it's like the hub.
Yeah. All the people live.
Or vice versa. I forget what way it works. But yeah, that's the way New Zealand is.
I'm pretty sure it's Zealand and New Zealand.
Is it?
Yeah, I suppose New Zealand. New Zealand.
I always thought there was just somewhere else that was Zealand.
It's like York and New York.
That's not right at all.
That's right.
No, it's not right.
It's like Jersey.
York in England and New York in New York.
There's like Jersey and then there's New Jersey.
That's such lies.
There's Brunswick and then there's New Brunswick.
Is that actually what it is?
Yeah.
So people literally just left and was like, fuck it, I'm going over here.
Sure, all the British.
It's going to be New York.
The British all colonized all that coast of America. It's all
lies,
named after places back home.
No.
I'm pretty sure there's a Belfast over there as well.
New Belfast?
Yeah. Bangor's there as well. There's a Bangor.
Yeah, I knew there was Bangor, alright, yeah.
They're all there, Chris.
Is
Hollywood.
Is there Muff?
Muff for sure. New Muff. Brand new Muff.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Did I spike with you? I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been the Empty Promise Podcast, episode 62. Thank you for joining me and my best friend D on what has been another just I don't know, eventful night.
It's a bit of tangential night.
Thank you so much. Join us next week when we will be discussing all things spooky.
Spoopy Halloween.
Spoopy Halloween special.
Capers and stories.
Yes, we will be doing some of the best stories from the internet and some of our own best stories. We may have a guest here, be it Jim Sinker or Shawnee Mac or both.
Or oh my god, imagine both.
That would be a fucking terrific podcast. That would
be good.
We can't use these though.
We'll get everyone to. They'll bring
Ryan.
Ryan.
I was talking to Ryan during the week.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's coming on.
Yep.
It's coming on.
I forgot about that.
I seen Brian. I seen Ryan won his very first Black Ops.
Yeah.
The Battle Royale one.
Very nice. Very nice. Have you played Black Ops?
I've not.
No, me either. Anyway, you can join us next week for that. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Find this podcast and all of our previous podcasts over at youtube.com. Just search for Excite Gaming. You'll find the Empty Promise podcast under that.
You'll find it all.
If that's not good for you, or you want to take us with you on the go in your car, wherever you may be, you can find the podcast, the audio version of the podcast, obviously over at Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, any other podcast hosting service, basically.
All the best.
All the best.
We're the best.
We're the best of the rest. Is there anything... I didn't even ask you if you were finished. Is there anything else you want to add?
Not really, no.
I think we did good tonight.
It's almost bad whenever we're away for like 2 weeks because there's too much. I can't remember.
I think this was a perfect podcast, to be fair. This is just... You know what this is? This is just two friends catching up.
That's it. On podcast.
Two friends.
It's a dinner with Andre.
Now we got to turn the camera off, but not the mics. Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody. We'll see you all next week.